So today we wanted to go over, basically, is EA going to completely cook the game? We've got Pinner as a player of the month, Joga Bonito coming as a brand new promo, we've obviously got the 3x84, goalkeepers can't move anymore, and generally we are getting into the winter patches. Now, in general, I feel like we're in a pretty good state at the moment. The gameplay in itself seems to be running relatively fine. I don't think there's much kind of going too crazy with it, but the goalkeepers at this point now are a little bit on the lower side. So we will kind of go through that as we open a couple of packs. The big thing that we did get, we want to go through the kind of content we got yesterday. We did get the two different showdowns between our boy Sebastian and also DePaul. Now, to be honest, I think both of them are absolutely must complete at this point. They're both around about 25,000 each if we do look on the SBCs. So if you're looking for coins, head over to eldorado.gg. There is huge amounts of verified sellers on Eldorado, and there is a money back guaranteed by Trade Shield. If that's not enough, there is 24/7 live support and also plenty of reviews across websites that will definitely put your mind at ease. And as always, before you check out, make sure that you are using the code JT11 for 5% off every single order. Back to the video. You'll see 25 a piece, and remember that these showdowns will get a double upgrade. So for instance, if DePaul wins, he'll go up to an 88, and if Sebastian wins, he'll go up to an 88. You've got the tiki-taka with the centre mid, 3-star, 4-star. Naturally, he's got quite a few decent positions, some stats that are going to be relatively okay. Tiki-taka plus is quite nice. DePaul has the technical plus, but the major thing that everybody's looking at with DePaul is obviously his links to Messi, and his perfect link to Messi. Now, the big thing is if he doesn't win, you can still evo him at a later date. So it's not really a bad thing, because realistically you got to think, how many times is DePaul going to get an upgraded card? More than likely get a few more than what he naturally would do, because Messi's going to be the great link. EA will definitely know that, and to be honest, he is a very well-rounded player already at the beginning. He was the same when he was at Madrid. He was always a very nice all-rounded card once he got up into them ratings. So I do think with them two specifically are absolutely must. Now, if you are feeling the Black Friday / Cyber Monday week, in terms of your club, you're not everybody's the same. Everybody's feeling the same. There's a lot of upgrades. We now have the 3x84 back 4 times every single day for the next week, which is fantastic. The one thing that you're going to be feeling is you do need 16 rares every single time, and normally with kind of your upgrades, your double 81s, if you got 281s, 282s, you can put them straight back. With a triple 84, realistically that's not happening. Now there's a few ways that you can combat this. You can either go buy the packs. That's just the easiest way. If you're obviously spending money, spending coins, what have you, that's going to be the easiest way. I don't think you really need too many people to tell you that, but that's going to be the most way. Now a good way is going to be doing all of your dailies. That will help you to some extent. We still have a few SBCs that you can do, the 82 times 10. We have the 3 of 10 80 plus. That again is going to be 8 rares, and the rest are going to be commons. And then we also have got a few more of the 281s, the 280s that you can obviously do in the player picks, but they are repeatable upgrades. Now, the big thing is going to be doing all these. Your dailies are going to be absolutely perfect to try and do. I possibly wouldn't be recommending doing your silver, well, your gold upgrade just to get them rares. I definitely would be kind of staying away from that. But what you can do as a potential is, if you have been grinding the game and keeping things in your club, the mixed league upgrade is going to be brilliant to get gold rares to put back into this, if you've obviously got the kind of club for it, because a lot of the time you don't really need that many golds. So you will get the Electrum players, the premium mix, the small Electrum, and then obviously finishing off with the small rare gold players pack. These are going to be fantastic to obviously get back into your club and just get a few gold rares. Obviously with the premium mix, that's the better one for a grindable path. Once we do get rid of the Thunderstructs, that's going to be the better way. But obviously that's going to require more golds for you and a lot more rares as well. So definitely looking at the mixed to be able to get a few more rares in. Failing that, we do have the store. So the store is going to have a provision pack. If you wanted to buy a few, you can obviously go and buy them off the market as well, if you're obviously buying once at a time. But the provision, you can get the 45 rares for 50,000. It's a little bit over what you would naturally pay, but it's quicker to be able to do that. But that's another way that you can obviously grind the game. And then we have plenty of objectives that you can get more packs as well. So in terms of goalkeeper movement, whilst we open the packs, and then we'll kind of go over some of the leaks, the goalkeepers, they do save still, don't get me wrong, they definitely do, but it definitely feels like they're just a little bit slower off the mark, which is exactly what they wanted. I don't think it was really needed. I quite liked how the goalkeeper moved. You either move it and it saves it, which was fantastic, or it just goes in because they've held the run. The amount of people that hold that shot because they think you're going to move, it's not really a big issue, so I didn't really think it was needing too much of a change. It's been the same in most. Wow, not even a walkout in the 3x84. We do get a French striker in La Liga. Unfortunately, it's not Mr. Mbappe. It is big boy Greasy. Great fodder if you want to obviously do it. Gold rares into 84s and above. Fantastic. I would highly recommend that upgrade. And also the 10x82 has always been brilliant. We get a... I don't even know what that is. Is that Ultimate Scream? Or is it Cornerstone? But regardless, it's fun. It is Thunderstruck. Very weird. But I would say with goalkeepers, the one thing that I have been noticing, and it definitely has been a slight market shift for it, is that far reach is a very good playstyle now. And especially because it seems that finesse shots, because of the goalkeeper movement and just how they've changed them, good walkout, it seems to be that is the playstyle that a lot of people are kind of striving towards. Cheeky Lewandowski. So that is an interesting one to see where we can obviously move with it. Just a goal, that's a bit of a shame. But in general, the goalkeeper movement is a patch that will probably stay for a while, whether they bring it back or not. It will be kind of, you've just got to run and see, to be honest. But in terms of kind of fodder portions, you can see obviously we're getting a solid amount here. There is a lot of players to do and a lot to actually complete over the course of the final week. Another walkout. So we are going to be interested. Who is this? CDM Ruben Neves? No, is it João Neves? João Neves? Is that how? It is João Neves, isn't it? Yeah. Don't ask me why I didn't think that. A great card, in fact. That's going to be a good Evo portion later on down the line. I'd just say I don't think players really are worth much anymore. But then we obviously have got a few kind of decent market updates in general. So, for instance, the big thing at the moment, the talking point that everybody is going to be going on about, is this lady right here. Now, unfortunately for everybody, it could go one or two ways. We have no official confirmation on anything at the moment with her. We just know she has won. So that is kind of where we're at with her. But we know full well she's broken beyond belief. Her card is exceptional. We know that she's going to be absolutely crazy. So it is going to be interesting to see where we can kind of go with it. Now, EA can take it in a couple of ways. Naturally, if we do go back to FUTBIN, we could see the SBC very much like how they've done a few of them. So, for instance, Pina has got a card in a Cornerstone. We could see that card again. We could see a different playstyle. We could see an 88 still. We could see one above, which I think they could do at this point. She's already broken at 86, so it really doesn't matter. The main difference that we could go with is either she gets a crazy boost and is expensive, so she goes to an 88, the stats are brilliant, but the card is exceptionally expensive. Whether they spin that, I don't know. Maybe make her, not like Mbappe, but if you get what I mean, like they make her so expensive that it just becomes like, do you just stick with the 86? It's one way. Or they keep her stats a very light upgrade. They make her as expensive as this, really, as because then, again, you might still stick with the 86, and they give her a different playstyle plus. There's a lot of ways that they can go with it. We have no official yet, but we know full well if they keep the low driven, if they give the finesse, she's still going to be broken. It is something with the actual player itself, the in-game, the run animations, everything that comes together works really well for Pinner. Now, unless they completely change everything about her, she's still going to be broken. So it is going to be a card that is most definitely going to be on the market. It's going to be there. It's going to stay. Now, one thing that you could do to prepare for this, because we are probably a couple of days out, if not a day. I don't think it's going to be that long until she's out. You're obviously wanting to look at links. That's going to be a great market portion that you can find. If you go for Liga F, you go for Spanish, you go for La Liga Spanish. Nico Williams is a big one there. Your Mao's going to be a big one. We've obviously got her own teammates in Pateus, in Bonmati, in obviously Map Leon. There's so many options that you can obviously go with in terms of links that it works really well. A couple of special cards. Now you probably won't see them going crazy up in price until the SBC's out, because naturally people will want to see what price we're actually coming in at. But you'll see a few rumbles. You can kind of see a few percents, whether that's natural upgrades more so than anything. But it does seem very interesting to see a few of these going up in price just on their own as such. So obviously that's going to be a big one that you can obviously see. If we do go to Liga F as well, that's going to be another one that you can see. Outer Nations, Hansen's going to be a big one there. Peugeot, obviously a good link in herself. She can play left wing with the kind of low driven as well. So that's kind of like a double threat going forward. Peugeot is a fantastic card altogether as well. Weir obviously is coming in at 11k, very cheap. Salma is a phenomenal option, especially if you did the evolution for her. I think, could you have given her something? I want to say you could have given her the low driven as well, because she can play striker, but that evolution has gone. So if you haven't done it, then unfortunately that is going to be impossible as such. But that is going to be kind of a story that we do kind of cover as we do go through into the promo with her, or at least into her player of the month. But the big one that is coming, we are getting new cards and also some new heroes. We're obviously getting the Joga Bonito. Now this was, what did they call it before? They had I remember Grealish, it was like a skill one, but it fell flat. Like it just wasn't great. I don't know if anybody in this comments is going to have the same. I cannot remember what they called it. It was a couple years back, and it was atrocious. Like, it was awful. In fact, we do know, if I do go over to Grealish in Footbin, he did have a version. I just don't know if they got rid of that level of generation on Footbin, because it was there. It was this one. What was this called? If I can find it anywhere, that would be lovely. Man City Ballers, of course it was. Yeah, Footballers. I wonder if I can actually get the list. Like, it just, the promo itself was so just rubbish in general. No, we can't, unfortunately, but you can kind of get what I mean. If you was around for that level, it just was awful. It was a promo that just really didn't hit. Now the content around it was terrible as well. We have got a few players in Heroes that I personally don't know. Amir, I might have seen him. I can't say that I'm like well versed in him, to be honest. We are looking as well. Apparently Fabregas is coming into the game. I don't know if he's coming at the same time as this promo, but he has been leaked to be able to come. I think that is brilliant. If you have been playing FIFA, playing FC since like, what, 09 kind of thing, 10, you remember Fabregas as that midfielder, the solid 87, 88 in the mid was absolutely unbelievable, so he will be fantastic to get back in the game. But we do have Bonmati, Vitinha, Ginola, Abide, Maicon coming in, and I'm assuming a lot of these, if not all of them, will have the 5-star skills. I don't know if they're going to split them again and go 5-star skills, and then some have 5-star weak foot, but I'm assuming at the very minimum, everybody should have the 5 skills. Obviously someone like Cherokee, which is annoying because I put him in the star in motion, so I can imagine a lot of people are going to get him from this promo. He's going to have the 5-5. We have Alaba, we have Muriel, or Murillo, I think, in fact. Endricks coming in the promo as well. We do have Quaresma as well, which is going to be a flashback and a half. Javinho, Edison being the baller, Cunha getting an upgrade. Man, we literally could be bottom of the league and we'd still get promo cards. It has been brilliant for the past and present, but I do have him. What do I have him as? I have him as an 86 or an 87 already. Kvaratskhelia, Yildiz as well. He's going to be one to definitely look at. So the promo itself has got a solid amount behind it. Whether we see too much from it or not, I'm hoping they really have thought a bit more about it rather than the footballers. But it could be a solid promo. I don't trust them, to be honest. We have also got Berbatov coming as an SBC. Kuto as an objective player. Paqueta is an SBC as well, apparently, and then we have got a few more coming also. So it looks like this could possibly be a 1-week promo. I don't think they would go too much more from it. Berbatov will be unbelievable as well. I definitely would like to see a lot of these cards coming in. Now, I don't know Berbatov's base level, but let's have a look and see what can we find with him, because in terms of the upgrade, he's going to be an interesting one as an SBC because A, he is a past and present Man U, so I did Park Ji-sung. I kind of would like the same as well. We can only play the striker. Probably see him only being a striker as well. Whether they give him the cam, this is where it was perfect with a centre forward because it worked really well. But we have got the 4-star, 3-star. I'm hoping at the minimum we can go 5-star, 4-star if they want to upgrade both. 5-star, 3-star would be a little bit of an annoyance to me personally. But stats-wise, we can imagine a big dribbling boost. Pace might go up a little bit more. Shooting, I can imagine, won't go up crazy. Maybe a bit of physicality, but nothing too crazy. And hopefully a lot of play styles because first touch is great. I imagine a lot of people are going to be looking at the trickster. Whether we do see a change in play style as well for him. And I know on the SBC here, we have got him coming in with a finesse. It is just it's a leak, like it's not a guaranteed card, and even then it doesn't have the actual guaranteed. We've got a little bit more here. Joga Bonito promo starts this Friday. Expected over 60 special cards in packs, themed SBCs and evolutions. The following players surprised us with insane ball movement and composure. So yeah, we're going to see a big dribbling boost as well, which is always going to be interesting. So 60 cards again. I like it, like don't get me wrong, I will always take more cards than not, but whether it does more bad than good will be the big question. I know they are trying to obviously bring in more cards of a slight upgrade more than anything. We do have this, so come as a new hero. He will not come as that soon. He should be added during FC 26. He will not come that soon, but he should be okay, so yeah, he's going to be coming at some point. Whether we're going to obviously see him come in Joga Bonito, probably not. Like, I mean, I'd imagine Ozil to come, like literally just because I saw that. I'd imagine Ozil to come as a midfielder and a new hero, more so than Fabregas in the Joga Bonito promo. So it will be interesting to see. The promo itself could be good. I'm hoping it's going to be better than footballers, in my opinion. And then that kind of like leads off to what we do in the meantime. Obviously, the Black Friday's still going on. We've got promo packs. We've got promo SBCs coming still. And the promo itself has been... It's been moderate, like it's been a decent one. I don't think it's necessarily been, wow, look at this, but they've given us a solid amount. I've been enjoying the promo packs, giving us the 1183 84s, the 1184 85s for like 3 and 5k. We've had a lot of 10 and 30 coin packs, which is fantastic. So I can only say that that's been decent enough, and the SBCs in themselves have been decent. The base icon is dead to me. I've not had a single good one. I've had a duplicate, and I got rid of Lineker to get Alan Shearer. So I'm done with them. So we will wait on them, but there is a solid amount to do, which is fantastic. I don't think there's necessarily been a lack of content. We have seen the likes of Carfu and Alberto. Great price, which is brilliant. I know I kind of went over it and I assumed that it'd be more expensive than what it was, or we might see a bit more of a drop with these two. But to be honest, they've actually really held their price nicely. You kind of look at them both, and I don't know if they're going to be here, but you've got them at 920 still. This SBC, I'm pretty sure, was like just shy of 600. That pricing is absolutely impeccable. So we have this one, 640. You're looking at a 950k player, and you're paying 640 for him. I do think that is fantastic. I assumed that Carfu and Alberto, their prices would drop massively, or at least would drop in line with the SBC. And they just basically said, no, we're not going to do that. And it's been a steady one for them. They're both fantastic, so I would recommend a grind out on that. We've got 17 days. I believe I am going to start mine very, very soon. The only kind of downside, Koyunde, as much as I don't think anybody's arguing he's a bad player, he's just far too expensive for what he truly is as an upgrade. That's probably the only one at the moment, other than Coman, but I don't think Coman really was that wanted at this point. But Koyunde is one that I think could have been a very must-complete SBC, but the one upgrades, no playstyle plus difference. Yes, he got a 4-star weak foot, but for literally 525,000 coins more to get a dynamic, I just couldn't ever say that was worth it, in my opinion. We've obviously got a lot of challenges to do. We've still got a couple of player of the months that will obviously change. Tagliafico wasn't bad. A couple of evolutions that you can obviously do during the dead ball. And in general, just standard stuff that we see through Thunderstroke, which is always nice. Evolutions, I think, have been pretty decent as well. I would recommend definitely looking at the Far Reach also. You can obviously do that 4 times. We've obviously picked our first keeper for it, so we are going to be grinding through that and making sure that you've done all of your evolutions. As you see, we are doing a good progression on the Man U past and present. We got the Magician on the right. Again, you don't have to do all of these upgrades. There is possibilities that you can stay away from it, but if you do have a player, or at least anybody that is coming in that you want to obviously utilize, then make sure you get them done. Whether we see any upgrade on free evolutions at one point, this is kind of where we're sitting at the moment with the Man U one. We've kind of tried, we got Heaven into a big upgrade with the flash upgrades. They have obviously gone now. Big boy Cass gone into an 87. Like I say, Cunha is there at the moment, but more than likely we'll try and go and get for that 87 instead. And then we did go ahead and buy a couple of players, obviously, to finish off a lot of these Man U players. We've obviously went and got Delo. We then got him untradeable, which is fantastic. I did buy Cass's inform. We got Xerxes as well. So a lot of solid players in your evolution team that I've had really fun actually playing with just a Man U team. A past and present, obviously. CR7 getting himself the surgeon speed or speed surgeon to get him that 87 pace has been fantastic. So a bit of fun in the game, which is what is absolutely needed at this point. And that's pretty much everything really. Other than the objectives and going through the season, we've had a solid amount going through. We've obviously got a few players to finish off. We've got 21 days, so you definitely need to be starting them. And then also the live events with a season bonus. We've got the Thunderstruck Flash Completionist. Should be today. I'm assuming that's going to give us Joao Jesus and also a quadruple 86 pack, which would be nice. And then obviously we have got a few more here that we can obviously go ahead and finish. But apart from that, we've been doing pretty decent stuff across the game itself. It seems to be in a nice position at the minute. Definitely a little bit more of a player basis, but we will see how these patches do affect the longevity of it, and I'm hoping we do get some sort of winter theme, like kind of like a snowy background, or at least something festive at the minimum, even if it is just snow to make it just slightly festive on the ground. They normally do kind of go with that rather than necessarily giving us kind of your foot Christmas as such, but we will obviously see winter wildcard at some point, as Zola is at the final of the season pass, so I imagine that is where winter wildcard's going to come, and normally that is 2 to 3 weeks, which should be really, really good for a promo. And then it's the countdown to Team of the Year. So we will be covering all of that. Let me know down below, how have you enjoyed this promo? What is Thunderstruck for you? 0, 10, 1, 5? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe on this, and I'll catch you all for that next one. Peace.